Hello, I'm Philip Bluestein with Rocky Mountain Healthcare Law, formerly the Bluestein Law Firm. Welcome to our Facebook Live series, Business Insights Anyone Can Use. At the Rocky Mountain Healthcare Law, we help healthcare professionals and healthcare businesses build and protect their careers and practices. Our topic today is going to be exit planning for professional practices, and we're here with Anna Halaburda, who is a partner with Triumph Business Services. So why don't we just kind of start out with Anna? Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what Triumph Business Services does?
Well, Triumph Business Services is located here in Denver, and we are a business consulting firm. We also do accounting, tax services, but we also specialize in business transition or exit planning. I've been a CPA for over 35 years, a CFP, Certified Financial Planner, for approximately 32 years, and also a Certified Business Exit Consultant. And during my tenure as a CPA, I've held positions where I've helped my clients transition from their businesses. So I've been building exit strategies into my clients' practices for years. And this range everywhere from medical practices to lawn services. Everybody can benefit from looking at their business as the investment it is, not the job they own.
Great. So today we're talking about exit planning. So I think the logical place to start is what exactly is business exit planning? Tell us a little bit more about that and what that means in the context of a business owner's overall planning.
Okay, well, business exit planning or exit strategy planning is a process that all business owners should go through. And what it does is it helps assess the current health of the business as well as where the business is as far as a place in the business owner's retirement strategy, exit strategy, and how far away that is. Now, everyone usually thinks of exit planning as the transaction at the end of an exit planning engagement, but really there's three parts to what we would call as an exit strategy. Number one is the actual exit plan. Now, the exit plan is a written document.
Sure.
It is a plan. It assesses multivariables, timing, the owner's needs, if there's one owner, the multiple owners' needs, and it also the potential buyer. Who are the buyers? And then what types of transactions are businesses like yours most often involved with? Is it an outright sale? Is it a merger? Do you sell it to an employee stock option plan? So that's the plan. Then what happens is that after the plan, there's a process where the plan uncovers a variety of things. Usually is the business is not liquid enough. Business owners have spent their entire business careers building up value within an illiquid business. The exit plan shows them how they're kind of positioned and where the gaps in that is. We figure out what a value gap is, and that's nothing more than what a business is currently worth and expected to sell for, net of taxes and fees, to what the owner needs. Then once we have an understanding of what the holes are in the plan, shall we say, then there's a second part of that engagement, which is building a transferable business. It's building value within the business. And there's a whole host and litany of experts out there that come in and fill certain slots. Like, for instance, I'm not an expert on marketing. We would bring in somebody and collaborate with them on it. And ultimately, you bring it all the way through the transition, the transaction, where we bring the client to market and we help them get their best price. And there's a whole bunch of different ways that you can structure a transaction.
Sure.
So that, in essence, in the 30,000-foot view,
Sure.
what exit planning is.
And so I think the upshot of that is that it's not just, oh, I think I'll sell my practice. I'm ready to retire. I'm going to sell my practice. It sounds like you're starting long before that and putting things in place in order to maximize the value of what you're selling and make the transition as easy as possible. Is that a good summary of it?
That's an exact summary of it. You can't turn a tanker in 100 yards, just like you can't cure the ills or make a business transferable in 6 months or a year. This is something that usually takes 3 to 5 years before the actual transaction happens.
So I think that leads into what our next question is, and it's, why do people want to do a business exit plan? Why should they be planning about this ahead of time? Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yes, all business owners will exit their business. The real question is when and how. And so the more you plan, the more you have control over the variables within that exit. And ultimately, we're really looking so that the business owner can monetize, can get cash out of their business in a variety of ways when they transition that business, whether they pass it on to, make it a generational business, or whether they sell it outright. The planning is key and necessary. Now, the second phase, building the transferable business, that does a whole lot for all businesses. I usually call this is all the things that a business owner should have been doing over the years, but didn't know, too busy, didn't think it was important enough to do. And once we go in and we consult with the business owner and we start putting these cures in place, then their business starts to run a little more smoothly. They have a little bit more time, they're under less pressure, and usually they make a little more money.
Right.
Can't guarantee that, but
Right.
historically speaking, those are the results that we've seen. We've seen some business owners extend their retirement time because all of a sudden the business that was a pain in the neck to go into every day, all of a sudden has become fun again. So that building the transferable business is about fixing the things that they never had the opportunity to do.
And so I guess, if we've got a doctor who has been practicing for 25 years, she owns her own practice, and now she's ready to exit, she wants to plan that. I think what you're saying too is it's never too late to kind of make the business better, to sell, make it more able to sell it, make it more marketable, but at the same time also to just improve the business, and who knows, it will go for more money hopefully, but also in the remaining time they have in that business, they can make it more profitable. Very, very possibly.
That's correct. And so at any stage, having a qualified professional that understands, that process, that building an exit strategy, and you still need to do that even if your sale is on the horizon, say 5, 6 months, 12 months down the line. But what we're really looking at is the ability to control the variables as much as you can.
Sure.
You do it longer out, you've got more time. If it's something that's imminent, then you also benefit because now you know what you can control and what you can't control. There is a saying within the exit planning community, if you do it the month before, 6 months before, that's putting lipstick on the pig, as opposed to really being able to control the process as much as you can.
So knowing now that we know what it is, and we know why we want to do it, where should somebody start? Obviously they would call you, hopefully they would call you or someone who does what you do, to help them with that process. But beyond that, where are they starting in the process?
Well, there's a lot of research out there, and business exit strategies have now become the next literal industry. If you recall back in the early 80s, there was the CFP, the Certified Financial Planner Program. And right now we are just like that industry very early on. And there are a variety of approaches to exit planning. So the first place I would recommend people go to is the gentleman that wrote the book on exit planning about 10 years ago. His name is John Leonetti. He wrote a book called Exiting Your Business, Protecting Your Wealth.
Okay.
And you can get it on Amazon, you can call me.
Oh, great.
There's a variety of ways you can get it.
Mhm.
But that outlines the process and the different variables that a business owner will encounter as they go through the process. Once they read the book, all of a sudden they've debunked most of the myths that are out there, either by folks that are not knowledgeable who haven't actually gone through the process.
Mhm.
You know, a business owner doesn't know what they don't know. And so the book does a good job of setting the realm.
Mhm.
Then make sure that the professional that you engage to do this understands the entire conceptual
Sure.
framework of
Sure.
business exit planning. Business brokers are great and they have a certain role that they play, but most of them don't have the expertise to go in and help you cure and fix the ills in your business.
Right.
And call folks like me, do a little more research, but make sure that they're certified in
Sure.
exit consulting. At least they have the rudimentary knowledge there
Right.
to walk you through the process. I've been through a variety of these transactions for over 25 years. For a while I was CFO of a public company and I was in charge of mergers and acquisitions, which is as close as you can get to this process. So I've been through a number of these transactions, so make sure that somebody's actually done this.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. And I know we could sit here and we could probably go on and on for hours. However, our audience probably wouldn't stay with us for that long. So we'll wrap it up here. But I think that some really great information, some helpful information about what it is and you know why you do it and where you really start. And a lot of our clients and a lot of people that we communicate with certainly are. This is obviously somewhere in the horizon. Some is closer than others. So I'm glad. Thank you very much for coming here and joining us today on this. And thank you for such great information. Again, we're Rocky Mountain Healthcare Law and formerly Bluestein Law Firm. I want to thank everybody for joining us. As we all know, there are many challenges and opportunities when you own your own practice or you own a business. We're here to help you with your healthcare practice, help you work on those challenges and take advantage of those opportunities. So we would be honored to speak with you about how we can help you. Don't hesitate to contact us. Our phone number is 720-420-1777, and we'll be happy to schedule a time to chat. And finally, at Rocky Mountain Healthcare Law, we believe in helping healthcare providers make the world a better place, one patient at a time. Thank you again for joining us.